Good evening everyone. I haven't done one of my own posts for quite some time, but as you can probably tell from where I'm sitting at the moment, I've actually moved. So I'm in a different place now, but by moving I've got my own little study, and if you follow me I shall show you a few things. So this is a poster that got signed at Chatham in 1981. Phil's put to my good friend Julian, where do you find the space for all these posters? Cheers, Phil. Well, Phil, this has been in a suitcase for about 30 years, but I finally found somewhere for it. And when I'll take a picture of it, and when I see you in October, I'll show you this picture. Julian, all the best, you old bugger. Best things, Boone. To Julian, best wishes, again, Mike Lindup. Another one, Jules. My nice girlfriend, Mark King. Now actually this is quite funny because it does remind me of the fact it was actually in Chatham in 1981, and if you do go into my channel, the whole of that gig is actually one of the posts that I've done. But the funny thing about this girlfriend, actually, she was actually quite good looking at the time, but I bumped into her about 10 years later and she wasn't as good looking as I remembered she was 10 years later. This one's from Ostend in 2011. Probably too much reflection on this, but Sean signed there, just says thanks. Pete's signed here, nice one. Cheers Julian and Erica, great to see you, Mark. Best wishes, Mike. And Nathan's just signed, Nathan King. But this was quite a good story because I said we went to Bruges in Belgium on a weekend away with our good friends the Slattons. And just going along on a tram, and I coming into Ostend, and there was a big billboard saying Level 42 were playing there in 3 weeks' time. So I managed to get 2 tickets, and obviously we got backstage, had a great gig actually. It was a little bit like Reading though, because it was all seated. Wasn't exactly the most audience participation gig that I've ever been to. Right, if you come over to the other wall. Right, this one is from 1985. I did actually meet Gordon Cooper at this gig. Again, to Julian, is that Julian 037 or Julian 042? This is referring to my membership number in the fan club, which was actually 003. I can never remember as there are so many. Cheers anyway, Mike Lindup. 76. So he's got a membership number of 76. Right, out of Kim's mouth, dinky keyboards dribbling all over the place. He's put, I don't know if that was Mark that put that rather than Mike. Julian, great fan, Mark King. And Julian, don't you ever get bored with us. We love you, Phil Gould. Julian, once again, and many more, hello, goodbye, Boone. So that's just a couple of my posters. Now, I went to see the boys play at the Henley Rewind Festival, and although I did bump into Sean, but that was later on in the gig. I didn't actually get backstage, but I did get some really good shots, which you can see on here. So that, I mean, bearing in mind I took that, I was front row, I have to say. But as I said, there are some pretty good pictures here, obviously, with Dan, Nicole and Sean in the background there. Again, same sort of thing. Nice one of Mark, nice close-up. Close-up of his thumb, but it's slightly out of focus. Again, good one of Mark. And a brilliant one of Pete. And I think... oh, and a good one of Nathan as well. So, last thing before I go on this clip, I am going to see the boys on Wednesday at Dingwalls. Looking forward to meeting some of my subscribers. There's some really big hardcore fans going to this one, including Paul Waller, who bought the master tapes and let me see them being transferred a little while ago. Michael Beston from the Isle of Wight. Various other guys that are going to be there. I'll be along with Raymond Pursued as well. So Wednesday's upload will be probably something from that gig, but don't expect it till about 12 o'clock or maybe even 1 o'clock in the morning, because obviously I've got to get back and load it up. Anyway, as I always do, bye bye everybody, bye bye.